The Gifford Fire erupted on August 1, 2025, just west of Cuyama, California, along the steep terrain bordering Highway 166. Sparked under red flag conditions, it quickly ignited multiple spot fires in the rugged hills of the Los Padres National Forest. The exact cause is still under investigation. Fueled by intense heat, gusty winds, and heavy dead fuels left behind by years of drought, the fire exploded in size overnight. By the morning of August 2nd, the fire had consumed over 30,500 acres in just a single day. Containment was initially reported at 5%, but by August 3rd, that number dropped to 3% as the flames jumped control lines and made aggressive new runs. The terrain has been one of the biggest challenges. These hills are remote, steep, and filled with thick brush and dry timber, making access for firefighters difficult and dangerous. Weather conditions haven't helped either. Temperatures soared into the high 90s, humidity plummeted into the teens, and wind gusts reached 35 miles per hour. Perfect conditions for rapid wildfire spread. Flames pushed east toward the burn scar of the 2025 Madre Fire, which had scorched over 80,000 acres just weeks earlier. While crews hoped that scar would help slow the advance, much of the surrounding area is still unburned and full of fuel. As of August 4th, the Gifford Fire had grown to nearly 49,761 acres, with over 60 structures still threatened and more than 3,300 residents impacted by evacuation warnings or orders. At least 3 people have been injured. One civilian suffered moderate burn injuries and was airlifted to a hospital. 2 firefighters working under a federal contract were hurt in a utility terrain vehicle rollover and were also medically evacuated. Their conditions have not been released. A full-scale multi-agency response is underway. CAL FIRE, the U.S. Forest Service, and local government agencies are working under a unified command. Aircraft are playing a major role. At least 2 very large air tankers and 5 Type 1 tankers have been attacking the fire from above, dropping fire retardant to support ground crews working tirelessly to establish new containment lines. Currently, there are 1,100 personnel assigned to the incident, along with 51 engines, 32 hand crews, 16 bulldozers, and 15 water tenders. As fire behavior intensified, Federal Incident Management Team 5 was mobilized to take over command of the operation, bringing in additional support and logistics to help manage the growing complexity of this incident. Smoke from the fire has drifted into Santa Barbara County and surrounding areas, triggering air quality alerts and impacting visibility for miles. The fire remains highly active on both sides of Highway 166, with short-range spotting, erratic winds, and steep terrain continuing to make suppression extremely difficult. This is one of California's fastest-growing wildfires this year, and with dry conditions expected to continue, officials warn that the situation could still get worse before it gets better. Crews continue to fight around the clock to protect lives, homes, and infrastructure. But the Gifford Fire is a reminder. In California, fire season is far from over,